The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. So I dreaded making this review. I put this movie off for as long as I could. So yeah, I don't have fun watching this movie. It really disturbs me, so I put it off for the longest time and finally had to watch it. So here's my thoughts. So just like in the original, we follow a group of young people in a van, but in the remake, their story is different. They're coming back from Mexico and they're going through Texas and heading to a Leonard Skinner concert. And traveling on the back roads of Texas, they pick up a hitchhiker, and this girl is fucked up. You can tell she's like mentally scarred by something she's experienced not too long before they picked her up, and that's when shit hits the fan. So this would be my favorite slasher remake. I liked it better than the Halloween remake, a little better than the Friday the 13th remake, and leaps and bounds better than a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I hated that movie. And I gotta be honest, I do like this movie a little more than the remake. I mean, the original. I just find this movie more disturbing than the original because they use more blood and gore in this one. So in the original one, that's would be my only problem. I don't know if I mentioned that in my review or not to the original, but to me it just felt like, oh, these people ain't actually getting hurt because you don't see any blood or anything. That's how my mind was treating that movie. Like, well, I'm not actually seeing blood and stuff, so I don't actually know if they're getting hurt. Um, but in the remake, they're getting hurt. You see blood and you see gore. So yeah, and I also like the characters a little more in this movie than the original. I thought there was a little bit more to the characters and they were a little bit more fleshed out. And Leatherface is even scarier in this movie. He's more disturbing. He's bigger and meaner. I don't really care for his mask a whole lot, but it's okay. But Leatherface isn't even the scariest character in the movie. It's R. Lee Ermey. He is fucking disturbing. He steals the show in this movie, and yeah, I was really intimidated by him. I don't really have any big problems with the movie, just minor nitpicks here and there. Like they show Leatherface's face, he takes off his mask for a split second, and I wish they would have kept that more ambiguous because they say earlier in the movie that he has like a skin condition, and that's why he wears the mask. And I would have rather them let you imagine that instead of showing you. So, and like I said earlier in the review, the characters aren't great. The young people we follow, yeah, they could have been, better. But yeah, that's really my only nitpicks. I really like this movie, even though I don't watch it a lot because it's so disturbing. So I'm gonna give the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, an A. This is how you do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's not stupid. It's not a stupid, cheesy comedy like the second one. It's not boring as hell like the third one. It's not written stupidly like Texas Chainsaw 3D. It's not a stupid mystery like the movie Leatherface that came out a couple years ago. It goes back to being disturbing like this series is supposed to be, like the original was. So I really appreciate this movie. So if you want a disturbing horror movie to watch for this Halloween, definitely give the remake a watch. So remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow with one more horror movie review for October.